Hi guys, welcome back to the James Bond Show. I'm your host, Krazy Kajeevie, with no fears, limits, or substitutes, a bad boy of James Bond. I just wanted to make a quick video because I have been trolling all through YouTube, looking at all the reviews, the spoiler-free reviews pretty much, about No Time to Die. I've been reading commentaries, listening to people, and I've been looking at articles and stuff as well, and wow. Is it just me, or has there ever been such a divisive James Bond film in history? I kind of almost feel like maybe the audience would have felt after going from Sean Connery 62 to 67 and then suddenly getting George Lazenby in On Her Majesty's Secret Service was such a serious film. However, that film even would have been forgiven, even though it's a great film, but back in the day, because it followed so closely to Ian Fleming's novel, where No Time to Die is basically just a made-up script, a made-up story, and it's trying to tie in and make do with all the other Daniel Craig films. Now, I haven't seen No Time to Die yet, as you guys know. G'day, mate. I'm Australian and living in the big prison down under the real-life prison island. So we're not getting No Time to Die until November the 11th. And that could be wishful thinking as well. But I'm blown away. And then my admin at James Bond Fans Would Love, Matty Muckle, he posted on the group asking everyone to score the film, those that have seen it, and told them not to add any spoilers, but to score it out of 10. Wow, it is really, I think it's really 50-50. People either really like it or really dislike it. There were scores of 0. There were scores of 1, scores of 2, and then you've got the other extreme where there were scores of 9, 8. I think one member even scored it a 10. Okay, so I've got a theory, guys, and you know what? I'm heading to bed soon, and I thought I would share this theory with you all. Now, obviously, not everyone that watches this has seen the film, so I'm going to be very careful. So there's not going to be any spoilers here. But there is a big rumour, there was for 2 years, and stories and set leaks and things like that. I'm not going to say what it was, so relax, guys. But there was this big divisive thing, and everyone that's seen the film, pretty much, even though they're not giving out spoilers, they're saying, the ending, I can't believe they did that in the ending, blah, blah, blah. So we're not stupid, come on. We're not stupid. Most people can know what it is, and I think some people, and I don't blame you at all. I had the film ruined for me, so if you haven't, I don't want that ruined for you. But I think some people really know, and even some friends of mine have said they know, but they don't want to know. So it's that kind of emu head in the sand type thing. Because you want to go in. I mean, you waited this for ages, so you want to go in and you want to be surprised still. But here's my theory, guys. Okay, if the producers just tie this up, Casino Royale, to No Time to Die, and it's just that era. It's almost like a universe within itself, so it's got nothing to do with Connery, Lazenby, Moore, Brosnan, Dalton, etc. That's separate, and it's just this era, this timeline. And that's it, and they move on. And they restart, whether it's back in the 50s, 60s, whatever, right? I think then fans can live with it. When they find out, or if you already know what's happened with the character and what happens in the end, then I think you can live with it. Because you know what? It's life. And if you go back to the Ian Fleming novels, and again, I'm not going to give spoilers, I really want to, but if you go to the Ian Fleming novels, the very things that do happen in No Time to Die pretty much happen in the novels as well. I'm not even going to mention the novels, so the spoilers don't go out there, but a lot of this stuff happens in the novels. And people have got to realise that now that all the novels are used up, the writers and Purvis and Wade are actually big Ian Fleming fans. They do love the novels. And they've got to go back and they've got to mine things from there. And Daniel Craig, like Timothy Dalton, is an actor that goes to the novels as well. So he has to build his base from those novels, okay? So adding reality to it, especially in years after the Bourne series, stuff like that, an actor and these filmmakers have to find a reality. You know, they have to find a reality. And they knew from the get-go that they were tying in films, even though not to the extent they're making out that it was planned, because we know it wasn't. But Quantum was a direct sequel from Casino Royale, okay? And then, of course, Spectre was actually a sequel in a weird way to Skyfall. They try to make it that way. And, of course, No Time to Die is a sequel now to Skyfall and pretty much the others, okay? So you've got to look at this in perspective, okay? And you can say, hey, Krazy, that's easy for you. You haven't seen it. You haven't seen it yet. And I'm so upset with what they did and you haven't seen that. I get it, guys. I get it. But look at it also for the characters, for the writing, for the action, for the production design. And look at it maybe more, and I'm speaking directly to the people who have seen it and don't like what happened, maybe look at it from a point of view that Daniel Craig's James Bond is human. You know, he's human. It's like Timothy Dalton once said, you know, Bond can't be a Superman. No one can relate to a Superman. So he's human. So the things that happen at the end on the island, right, would they have an effect on someone that was trying to get through that, trying to deal with that, trying to survive that? What would really happen? So is it really a bad thing when they do make controversial decisions, but they keep the reality there of the characters? So you got to ask yourself that. Now, here's my key point that I want to make in this random video. If, as I predicted, over 2 years, and again, trust me, no spoilers, but over 2 years, I predicted certain things. Now, like I said, if the producers just keep this as a contained series and they restart the whole thing and they don't continue on with this, then I think the fans will like this film more. But if it turns out that they've done the decisions they decided to do, right? If they've done this to hijack the film and use it so certain characters in the film, right, can then take this film and then Bond 26 is these characters, right? You know, the characters I'm talking about, guys. If it's those characters and it's going on with that series, then that is hijacking the character we love and using his world to push a different agenda. Then that is bloody wrong. And that's when the fans are going to be pissed. But if you guys can get in your head, it's going to take trust. But if you guys can trust that that's not going to happen and that you're going to get your James Bond, right, your regular James Bond films, because there is a promise at the end of the credits. James Bond will return. So if James Bond returns, which you got to take the producers at their word there, right, then see this for what it is, that it's just a small aspect of the huge picture of James Bond. As long as it's not been done to hijack and get rid of the characters we love, or the character Bond that we love, right? And it just, then they're going to continue to push different characters and different agendas, then that's wrong. But I don't think they're going to do that now. I think they could do spin-offs. And one thing I wanted to say too in this quickie video, here's the thing that, and apologies guys that I haven't come back and done the videos I promised. I know it's been very naughty on me, but I promise I will still make them. So I'm going to do my vision for James Bond going forward. I just wanted to find out more about No Time to Die, etc. I'm also going through some Bond DVDs and stuff like that, reading a little bit of James Bond as well in the novels, because I want to combine all that for my vision. But I do have a pretty strong vision. I just want to make it stronger before I do the video for you guys. But yeah, I think what they should do, now, yes, I haven't seen the film, but what I reckon they should do is I reckon they should do a spin-off series. And you're thinking, how can you say this? You haven't even seen the film. I'll explain. I have seen every freaking review possible. Like, seriously, apart from the spoiler reviews, I have just seen review after review. When I get done with one No Time to Die review, 2 others have been uploaded. And then I'm reading articles and everything. And there's one consensus about this film that everyone agrees on. And I'm taking all your word for it. That Paloma, Ana de Armas's character Paloma, is freaking awesome and steals the film. Now, I know she's only in it for one scene. She's in it for about 20 minutes, but she steals the film. Now, everyone's been drawn to her. I hear some people go, oh, you know what? Larry Lunchbox, Nomi, Larry Lunchbox Lynch, isn't that bad, isn't as annoying. And then there's some people go, oh, I just could not stand her. And I found her annoying, especially the first half of the film. She was really cocky, blah, blah, blah. She's not going to create box office fire for Eon. She's not. If they bring out a film on her, they would have to have the lowest budget and then very low expectations. I don't think fans are going to go and see her. But Ana de Armas, being Cuban, being gorgeous, all the guys love her. The women love her too, and she's so funny and so cute, and she's a great actress. And what I'm seeing and what I've seen about a 1 minute full clip of her, and I'm just like, I couldn't take my eyes off. I just thought, wow. So I can't wait to see her in the finished film. But that's the thing I reckon. I reckon I'm gonna call a prediction, and we all know how Krazy Kajeevie's predictions have turned out. Psst. Very good. All right, so here's the prediction. I reckon because of, sometimes they change things when there's fan backlash. Well, there is fan love. There is lots of love for Ana de Armas. My prediction, they're going to sniff money. Eon, Amazon, they're sniffing out money. And I reckon Ana de Armas's character, and I think it's probably one of the reasons that she, not really a spoiler here, guys, but come on, we all know she stays alive. So she's alive, right, in the film. She doesn't die or anything like that. So I bet you any money we're going to hear within 12 to 15 months, we'll hear about a spin-off film about Paloma. And why not? Because you know what? They can go in any direction. And guess what? It's not female James Bond, but she could be the closest thing to a female James Bond without it being on the nose. It's not offensive to the James Bond fans because it hasn't been developed by sacrificing anything to do with the James Bond brand, the character that we love. Where Nomi, that would be on the nose, especially when she got the 007 number. And I do know more things about the number, but spoiler free, I'm not going to say anything here about it in case others don't know. But Nomi's character getting a spin-off, it's not going to work. Eon, if you're listening, it's not going to work. She's too on the nose. Give Paloma her own film. I haven't even seen this film, and I want to see her in her own film. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I've got for you. So, actually, I will finish off by saying, yeah, the reviews are really either for it or people are coming out and saying it's shit and it's the worst James Bond film ever. So I just say to those James Bond fans, especially the ones at the group James Bond fans would love, I just want to say to those people, see it as an enclosed film, see it for the character, see it for the heart, see it for the soul in it, and just try and enjoy it. Don't overthink it. Don't, oh, they've done this and I didn't like this. Just look at it for the contained film series it is, and I think you'll enjoy it more, and hopefully Eon don't bite us in the ass on that. All right, guys, I've been Krazy Kajeevie. Keep on bonding and say hi to your mum for me. See ya.